Dan Campbell? Beat that bitch. Man, I got so many emotions running through me right now. Y'all just don't understand. I despise Aaron Rodgers. I despise the NFL. I despise Green Bay, Wisconsin. Listen to me. Listen. Did y'all not just hear that game called by the worst commentators that I ever seen in my life? Did you not see those referees out there? We know what this is. Us Detroiters, we know what this is. This is my playoff victory. This is the game. Period. Beat Aaron Rodgers, send his ass packing. Go play for the Las Vegas Raiders. Get out of here. The NFC North is ours now. It's ours now. I can guarantee you that. It's ours now. Dan Campbell, man. Aaron Glenn. We were calling for these men heads, especially Aaron Glenn. Look at that defense. Look at what that defense just did for you. Look at this game that they just played for you. You know what, man? I'm for all the smoke today. There goes Mobby. Better luck next time, bro. Better luck next time. Aiden Hutchinson is a motherfucking dog. And I mean that by every sense in it. You called everybody stupid. You called me stupid. Who looks stupid? Who looks stupid right now? We should have took Kayvon Thibodeau instead of Aiden Hutchinson, right? 9.5 sacks, 3 picks this season. What? Do I look like a Michigan slap right now? Do we look like Michigan slaps right now for saying Aiden Hutchinson was the right guy? I want all the smoke, man. I don't care. At this point, I really don't. Aiden Hutchinson today, Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph has 4 picks in my book. That bullshit that happened, that was garbage. Corey Joseph picked Aaron Rodgers 4 times in my book. I don't care what nobody else says, man. In my book, he picked him 4 times. I'm so sick of the NFL and they bullshit. I'm so sick of these referees and they bullshit. You have to overcome that and win football games. The Lions strung together and did that. Congratulations to my absolute dog, Jamal Williams. Surpassed Barry Sanders this season for the most touchdowns in a single season, man. Passing 17 with Barry Sanders. Mr. 1,000 yards. Let it be known during the intros, man. I really love Jamal Williams, bro. As a person. Forget as an athlete, as a person, dude. This dude is so genuine, man. Man, if we don't re-sign this man, re-sign him after the game. We got this man, he doesn't leave here. Period. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro. I mean, we could have blew them open. Period. Had some mistakes. For the calls that were right, yeah, Nelson, I don't know what you was doing. That was absolutely crazy to me. Nelson and Brown. But, bro, J-Mo had 2 touchdowns today. He had an opportunity for 2 touchdowns. One was called back because of the idiot play from Nelson. But he was wide open on another possession. That man should have had 2 touchdowns himself today. Our rookie that hasn't even really had a opportunity to really get acclimated. Just outspeeding guys out there. You know what I'm saying? And man, I mean, we gotta address it, right? Jared Goff. We saw 2 Jared Goffs today. I saw old Jared Goff in the first half. The first half of this game, I saw old Jared Goff. The football gloves was driving me crazy, but I saw old Jared Goff in the first half. In the second half, I seen Jared Goff grow up. I seen Jared Goff grow up. I am very, very happy that Jared Goff took the initiative and started to play some football. He showed up when we needed him to. He gave us enough to come out with a victory. You got to give the defense a lot of credit, but Jared Goff absolutely contributed to this win. Absolutely. It's not easy to play in Lambeau, man. Especially when you got the season on the line with Aaron Rodgers and your jersey says Detroit Lions on the front. I got to give credit where credit is due. Whether he's the future quarterback or not, I've already stated, whether he's not, let him finish his contract. Whether he is or not. But right now, he's the quarterback of my Detroit Lions. And I told you at the very beginning of the season, I begged Jared Goff, please prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Today, in that second half, he definitely took a swing at it. A lot of missed passes, a lot of low passes out there in the first half, but in the second half, he made it count. That's what I needed from Jared Goff. That's what I wanted to see from Jared Goff. So Jared Goff, great game. Really good performance in the clutch. Got to give a lot of credit to my boy Jamal Williams too, though. He was running that ball, man. He was definitely running that ball. And DeAndre Swift, that play. Ben Johnson is him and Dan Campbell. Listen, I know a lot of y'all, when Dan Campbell declined that penalty, I know a lot of y'all was looking at the TV like, huh? Like, what the hell? Dan Campbell is a genius, man. He's a genius, man. Ben Johnson is a genius for that play call. Bro, what? And then for Swift to get us, just close enough, man, to eat up a large chunk of those yards at the end to get us where we needed to be to finish off this football game. It felt so good. You SOL Lions fans can go to hell. That's what you can do. Okay? We don't rock together. We ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? You got plenty of those type of content creators. Go watch them. You know what I'm saying? We don't roll together. Since training camp, even though we started out the season slow, I never went crazy. I never said fire anybody. I knew we was having some injury issues. Obviously, it was so obvious, right? Right? But from the very beginning of the season, I told y'all, this ain't the same Lions team, man. It's not. And what did we do when we started to get healthy? What did we do when the rookies started to get themselves together? Took off. Absolutely took off. Now look at you. You right back on the wagon. Either get on or stay off. Get on to stay off, man. All the hooting and hollering. Should this person be on the hot seat and that and the third and everything else, man? Man, it feels good to finish out this season this way. It would have been even better if we made the playoffs, but we can't rely on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is an absolute dumpster fire. He's horrible. He's trash. The loss, the Rams, man. Good Lord. You see why Matthew Stafford is not playing right now? You had an opportunity to watch that offensive line today. I hope you did. I hope you watched that game. That O-line is terrible. That is the most Lions-esque offensive line I've ever seen. And even if they did block for Baker Mayfield, he probably would still find a way to mess it up. But you're not going to win football games when you can't keep your quarterback off the ground, when you can't keep pressure out of his face. You're not going to win football games that way. Ask Aaron Rodgers, because we beat his punk ass twice. Now go on your homeboy show and talk shit about that, Aaron Rodgers. I can't wait for you to show face on McAfee's show now. Go on the show now and talk smack, Aaron Rodgers. Put your hair up in your little man bun. My man bun look better than yours. Go on there and talk smack now and laugh and giggle and talk about my squad now. Because guess what? Your ass got to sit home and watch the playoffs too. That feels so good to say y'all don't even understand. Boy. And not to mention, man, we had some guys missing. Okuda was out today. He didn't play today. I mean, man, can you imagine what this team is going to be when we hit the draft, when we hit the well of the draft again, when we hit free agency? Can you imagine? Do you know what this does? Lions fans, let me explain something to you. Do you understand what this does? There are players in this league all around. We had the late game today. They saw Dan Campbell and that coaching staff. They saw those Lions players. Do you not understand how important that is to the recruiting process? Players want to play for those type of coaching staffs and that type of head coach. We already heard Lamar Jackson say on numerous occasions. We've seen the hints. Players want to play for him. This is great for us here. This is great. I don't think y'all understand. Dan Campbell, man, I'm so happy with this man and the job he's done with this team. And when we first hired him, I had some question. You know, a lot of people thought that he was just a musclehead. Me, I'm a wait and see guy. I'm always going to tell you wait and see. When it comes to the quarterback, when it comes to the GM, when it comes to the head coach. I cut that conversation short before training camp. You can go back in the archives. Before Hard Knocks. I could see it last season. The way that this team got up and played for Dan Campbell. When a lot of people still had question. He became my coach then. And now to go out there and say, hey, listen, when a reporter asked him, he said, we just want to make sure they don't go. We want to make sure that they don't play in the playoffs. The kneecap mentality, man. We got knocked over, and on our way back up, we bit off a lot of kneecaps. We bit off a whole lot of kneecaps. A whole lot of kneecaps. And today, we was the last one standing. Dan Campbell said the Detroit Lions will be what? A team that can and a team that will. Well, we just willed it today. Even though we couldn't get what we needed in the Seahawks-Rams game, even though we couldn't get to the playoffs, this season is definitely an accomplishment for me. My fandom is sky high for my team right now. It feels really good to say that, especially from a content creator standpoint. It's going to be so much fun covering this team, man. I can't even imagine what training camp is going to be like this upcoming summer, man. Welcome to 2023, everybody. Let's enjoy. One pride.